the uprighting spring. Huh? Uprighting spring. Now, in all honesty, you could purchase a readily available uprighting spring. TP Orthodontics will have it because the bracket that you will buy will also be TP. What is in the TP bracket? They contain vertical slot or the extra vertical, which we know as the Brossard. But if you will be using the conventional bracket, we don't have any other part of that bracket that would receive the auxiliary that you will buy. Naiintindihan ba? That's why we are very much taught on how to work on situations wherein we are forced, okay, to perform such things in the absence of all those features, right? When you are to work on your canine that loses its angle, the very first thing that you need to do is to take it out of the en masse. Diba? May en masse tayo on the buccal segment, 161514113, right? So you have taken out the first premolar and you were able to retract the canine. But after the final retraction, you realize that you've lost the canine angulation. So where are you now coming in? You are now to perform the task of bringing the canine back into its correct angle. Some people who are not skilled to do that may want to relapse the case by trying to pull the canine again all the way to the mesial or to the front. And little by little, they retract the canine in the controlled manner. Now, what I'm gonna do here is to take away the en masse. Pag sinabi kong tatanggalin ko yung en masse, putol na yung en masse hanggang second premolar na lang. Why? How could you be able to upright the canine if it's a part of a group? Isn't it right? So the canine should act solitarily, in which case, independent na lang siya. So all the force that you will give will be received by the canine but not transmitted to the rest of the other posterior teeth. So therefore, I have to take this away, right? And just try to put on the pictal mesial to the second premolar. Did you get on that? Now, when you do your uprighting spring, the very first thing that you need to know would be, do you have the readily available material to bend? It is therefore understood, and it's so sad to realize that ang gagamitin nating wire would be 14 by 14. Let me bring 14 by 14 square wire of the size 14 by 14. Now, you seldom be able to find a 14 by 14 wire now. No? Ang pinakamaliit na atang mabibili natin would be 16 by 16. No? Yung 14 by 14 special order. Para magawa siya ulit ng 14 by 14 na wire, bibili ka ng 20,000 wire. Ha? Okay? At magbebend ka ng 20,000 na uprighting spring because ikaw na lang ang bibili nun. You get on that. Now, so I think I only got the 14 by 14 here, 16 by 16 here. Right? May hindi ata to 16 by 16. 16 by 22. Tignan mo nga.
Ay, sorry.
Yeah, 16 by 22 to. Para malaman nyo, yung kapa, di ba? Iba yung lapad din sa ganun, saka iba yung lapad sa ganun. Right? I need a 16 by 16. Okay. Kailan may tsara baka tayong maayos. Ha? Na pwedeng panaksak sa tiyan. Ha? Yung mga tiyan na malaki-malaki na pwede natin pasabugin.
Ito daw.
Using this one. Alright, this is supposed to be a 16 by 16. Ayan, no? Naiikot. No? Wala masyadong kanto. Ha? Wala masyadong kanto. Namatay na daw. Ay, namatay na sinabi. Kuko ba? Ano ba yun? Alright. Okay, now, let's try to do that. Okay? So, there is a bend that you call the uprighting spring for canine, right? No, the frustration comes along when you see your canine losing its angle. So therefore, you will be working on an uprighting spring. When do you need to upright the canine? If your lateral is this, and your canine is this, right? You retract the canine, pero pag in-x-ray mo, it's only the crown that moves distalward and the root is kissing the apex of the adjacent tooth. This is a very bad idea, that when you try to close on the gap. Pag na-retract mo, bumubuka na naman yung extraction space onto the mesial, the distal of the canine. So therefore, you need to make it an understanding that at the end of the retraction, the canine is uprighted and the lateral is also uprighted. They are parallel. Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo? What am I supposed to do? Hahatakin ko na naman ba yan sa pinanggalingan niya para maayos ko? Sometimes, it's a good idea as well for those who are not skilled. But for those who are good, they don't need to do that, but instead they bend the uprighting spring. So if I would magnify the canine crown, this is how the canine would look like, isn't it? Isn't it? This is supposed to be the bracket, right? Papil-papil lang ha, nakaka-lecture ako, and there's also hook, right? So when you do that, ganun ang itsura niyan. There is this stopper here, diba? And there's that retentive arm there. Nasa gitna, right? And there's this nick. And then this is the leverage arm. And this is the attachment hook. Naiintindihan ba? Ganyan na itsura niyan. Stopper, retentive arm, this is your nick, this is your helix, this is the leverage arm, and this is your attachment hook. Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo dyan? Ha? Pagalingan na lang ng kamay. Ha? Pag ang kamay bulok, quit na. Ha? Klaro ba tayo dyan, mga ma'am and sir? Right. So, kailangan natin kumuha ng mas maliit na wire. Why? So that we'll be able to lodge in the loop dito sa gitna na to. Right? So, the thicker the wire, the thicker the loop. And you make it sure that you'll be able to let this get accommodated in here. So therefore, you get your Jarabac flyer. Kuha na lang tayo ng maiksi. Huwag na natin pahirapan ng sarili natin. Maiksi na lang. Right? And then we begin with the 2 to 4 millimeter bend. Right? So, kuha kayo dyan. Estimate 2 to 4 millimeter. And then you bend downward. 90 degrees downward. Right? Ganyan daw itsura niya. Right? And then you make an estimate again. Baka 4 millimeters na naman. What is 4 millimeter? Baka dito to here. Anong haba niyan? Something like about 4 to 5 mm. Naiintindihan? Right? So I'm gonna do estimate. Baka ito ang 4 to 5 millimeter. Yan. Yung first screw. Right? And what I'm gonna do is I have to make a mini loop. 45 mini loop. Ganyan na itsura niya. Did you see that? Yan. Mini loop. Klaro ba? O, ngayon, kailangan nating mag-kiss yan. Dalawa na yan. Right? I need to kiss that. Because siya lang papasok dito sa vertical slot. Naiintindihan. So, I have to make use of either the first groove, the second groove, or the third groove to squish the loop. I-squish ko yung loop. Right. Nakita nyo, namipis na. Nagdikit na. Hello. Good ba tayo dyan, mga te? Mi, ikaw? Ha? Mi, kailangan ko pa itong didikit-dikit ng husto. Right? Why? Kasi ito na gagawin natin dyan. Papasok natin siya doon, sa gitna. O, ito ang haba-haba. Nakita nyo, cutter nga. Cutter. You have your cutter here. Wala bang matapang, matalas na cutter? Walang gusto magpahiram ng cutter? Nobody wants to lend me a cutter? Walang gusto magpahiram? Ay, kakatakot. Pero na iba. Parang pag sinaksa ka dyan, walang anti-tetanus na makakatulong sa iyo makasurvive. Bokot. Alam mo yung bokot? Very scary. Alright. Ayan. Pwedeng walang wire. Pwedeng meron. Right? So she would see. Asan yung wire na binan ko? Nalaglag. Where is that? Nalaglag ba sa lapad? Here. Okay. Makita niyo ang haba ng stopper ko? The stopper looks a little bit long. Itulan nyo na. Ganyan lang. Right? And what's gonna happen next? Pasok niya siya doon sa bracket na yan. Yan. Nasa likod siya.
Likod, ayun, nasa likod.
Nasa likod. O sige, palaganapin. Hindi, palaganapin. This is your first thing. Yan, ganyan. Tapos bend. Right? Retentive arm. Yan. Clear? Nasaan to? Nasa likod ng loop hook. Okay? Nakita niya? Masaya na pag na mag-bend na.
Wala pa ako ng first order.
Nasa likod ng. Not necessarily nasa likod ng hook. Nasa likod ng under tie wing. Okay? Diba this is supposed to be the proximal. Nandito siya. Right? Eh may hook lang na naganap doon. Kaya kala niya sa likod ng hook. But it's at the back of the wing. Okay? Okay na, Dr. Leia. Anong next na gagawin natin? Withdrawin ko yan, di ba? I withdraw it from the slot. Tapos magbebend tayo ng 45 degree. Pag ganyan. Right? Okay.
Ay,
Okay. Okay na?
Dok, hindi pa daw po pala. Sorry.
Inabangan ka naman yun.
Sorry bro.
Same person ba humihinga-hinga sa likod ko?
malayo na ako doon.
Wala na. May humihinga. Parang umiinit yung bato ko. May humihinga-hinga. Pero ibang feeling may humihinga-hinga sa bato. Alright. So let's try to withdraw this out. We withdraw natin yan ngayon. Di ba? Ganyan. So, pareho na. Simulated na. Di ba? So what you gonna do now is you get your Jarabac plier. At the level of the stopper, ganyan yan, di ba? You try to slide it all the way to the stopper, right? Pag nandun na siya, nakadikit na siya, nakakisa siya sa stopper, what you do is you bend the wire 45 degrees, okay? Away from you, right? Away from the stopper. So, ganyan ngayon ang magiging itsura niyan. Right? It's 45 degrees no? So, you do this. Ganyan. Yan. Yan. Clear? Or a lot much more. Wala pa sigurong 45 yan. So let me exaggerate it a little bit. Alright? Ganyan. Dr. Myrtle, I think this is the 45. Uy, di ba parang pareho sila? Wow. Okay, good na yan. Good. So, pagkatapos mong gawin yan, mag-estimate ka ng 2 mm. From that point, maglalagay ka ng 2 mm marking. Right? Doon sa 2 mm mark na yun, doon ka nagagawa ng helix. Right? Okay? So, use your round beak. Round beak ka ngayon dyan, ha? Hindi palabas. Towards in. Right? Ganyan. So, there you go. Okay? Ganyan na itsura niyan. Ha? Bend down. Down. Diba? Roll. Bend down. Roll. Bend down. Roll. Until makakreate tayo ng helix. Tapos, the 45 degrees in the opposite direction. Ganyan na siya. Maayos. Lagay ko nga. Para hindi nalulungkot ng mga tao. Lungkot ng mga katota natin Mga neo. Ayan na ne. Ayan. Hawakan mabuti. Ayan. Then we need to ligate. Mamaya natin ilaligate yan. Anak ko naman natawag na selfie. Ready na? Good na kayo? Alright. Kita nyo? So now you see that this is exactly the relationship. How do you call this wire? The wire that points up, diba? Ang tawag niya leverage arm. Right? The leverage arm should extend sa 5A, sa 6A, or sa 5A, right? The longer the leverage arm, the more powerful it would be. So therefore, if you think about using 5A, it might not be as good as it could be when it is 6A. Naintindihan ba? So what you try to do now is you get your marker. No? Dapat naka 45 degree, facing up yan. No? The 45 degree facing up, when you try to bring this down, you decide, will I be using 5A or will I be using 6A? Naiintindihan ba? Hello po. So let's just do the 6A na lang. Right? 6A ang gagamitin ko. And I will withdraw it back. Lalabas ko na naman ulit siya. Right? Okay? What am I supposed to do next? Kailangan ko ng attachment hook. Yung attachment hook yan. Right? Hook. Clear? So, gyro back again. Right? Gyro back. Ganito pagkakahawak dyan. Right? Do it this way. Ganyan. And then you look for 6A. 6A, ganyan. Ha? And then I have to bend it down. Downward. Tapos, pagka nakabend ng downward, like this, you bend it downward. You do it this way. Bigla nyo igaganon. It's as if that you're looking at a straight road. Ma? And what you do next is, withdraw your instrument, and then orient your instrument like this. Right? Angular beak on the facial aspect and the conical beak on the lingual aspect, and then you grasp at the level of that angle, right, and you bend it inward, right, para magkaroon ka ng attachment hook. There you go. Right? Good. And then you cut. Naintindihan ba natin to, mga ma'am? Yan. Ganyan ang ina-itsura niya. Yan. Good.
Sir, yung attachment hook bali more towards the gingival surface.
Yes.
Dok, paano siya mamamark sa patient?
Mamark ko yan. Get a scissor. Kaya naman. Kasi sa surgery ka tayo ng third molar eh. Diba? Okay. Alright. So meron na tayo ngayong nagawa na uprighting spring. Sige, lagay sa mga kamay. Sige, palaganapin yan. Palaganapin. Left and right. Naintindihan. For the molar, isa lang. Because easy, we know already where is the left, where is the right. But for the canine, it would be a lot much of a challenge to know where the left or the right uprighting spring would be. The direction of the stopper, the direction of the retentive arm, and so with the leverage arm. Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo? Mirror image naman yan. Clear? Left and right ang gagawin natin. Maliwanag. Dito muna, pag gano'n, ha? Pag iabot dito sa naka-push right natin because it's a lot easier to upright other teeth because they have short roots. Ha? Pero pag longer root, it's hard. That's why you really have to make use of contractions. Dr. Espinosa, bagong tiyahin. Ha?
Nagulat kami ng mga kamukha ni Papa.
Parang ano yun, no? Parang nag-reincarnate.
Sabi mo ni Mami, I'm back.
Palalagay na natin yan dito ngayon. We'll try to load it, tapos ilalagay na natin. Right?
Ang galing, no?
Pero may ako ng mo, carver mo.
Australian.
Pwede din naman ho. Pero mas maganda kasi kung edge rise yung worm mo, they have all the resistance to make. Meron tayong carver.
Ito yung watermark.
Hirapan kayo. May nabibili ho, doktor, na Australian wire na uprighting spring, but you insert it in the vertical slot. Yung talagang browsard.
No, dapat
Pag
sa
bumili
skin
ka
mo
ng
yung
baby
ano.
bracket,
Kasi
yun
very
yun.
smooth na.
No, freeform siya. Maiiksi ang leverage arm. Wala din gusto magpahiram ng wax carver sa akin, ha? Pwes hindi ko na i-demonstrate. Hindi ko itutuloy ang demonstration. Madamot kayo. Ayaw niyo akong pahiramin ng wax carver.
Parang ang hirap i-bend. start.
Gusto ko kasi mag-demonstrate na maayos. Oh, ready na? Asan na? Okay. So you get your matu, needle holder, and you now insert it. Making it sure that once you insert, nasa likod yung retentive arm. Ganyan. Right? Good na tayo dyan. And you get your ligature wire. Right? Right? Ligature wire. And then you ligate the bracket. Ha?
Sobrang girly ka naman talaga.
Dr. Leia, aka Budol Queen. Nabudol si Mamang eh. Mamang, huwag mo na uulitin yan ha.
Hindi na po, wala na eh.
Huwag mo na uulitin yan.
Wala nang maibibigay eh.
Huwag mong uulitin na yan kasi ako na mismo ang makakalaban mo.
Tuition fee din yun, Dok.
Oh, look what I've done. Kawawa naman ang haba ng retentive arm. It might be too long. So, tama na nga lang talaga yung 2 to 4 mm eh. Napapunta ko sa 6. Right? But then again, okay din yan. No? Lagyan nyo na lang ng wax if the patient is really complaining. The longer kasi, the better. Right? Good? So. Okay. May nagre-react sa likod. Okay. Now, look at this. Ayan, okay? Di ba tignan nyo, secured na secured yung uprighting spring sa loob ng slot and you're now ready to hook it. Yan.
Haba na.
Naintindihan nyo?
Wait lang, hindi ko yung
Okay, you see, ready? Okay? You try to pull this down and hook it up. Ganun.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Good? One more.
3 weeks lang yan.
3 weeks lang, naka-upright na yan. So again, you see, tapos gusto niya mas mabilis, di ba? Then you adjust the leverage arm. 90 degrees. Ha? After 3 hours, uprighted na yan for extraction. Right? So you do it, ganyan, di ba? You see the angle that she will create. Di ba? You did a 45-degree angulation. That's exactly the adjustment of the root that will happen. Here, dito kayo.
Pwede
Ready?
na namin gawin yung 16.
16.
Kasi walang 14.
Ikaw, anak.
I-engage yung attachment hook sa
So wire. So wire. Ito na nga kasi, tignan na eh. Tignan naman kasi na eh. Tignan, ikaw, dali, i-hook up mo. I-hook up mo.
Dok, ang wire na nakalagay dyan ay
1622. Kasi movement phase yan po. We do uprighting of the canine during the movement phase. There should be no round wire at this time. All the wires that resist each other are all edgewise wire.
16 by 16
Good ba, ma'am?
uprighting spring.
Ito paggamit ito. Stopper. Retentive arm. Ito yung nick eh. This is what you call the nick. Yung nick, counting distance between the stopper, the retentive arm, and the helix. Tapos, leverage arm, and then this is the attachment hook. Right?
45 degrees.
So 45 yan eh, di ba? Tama ba? This is supposed to be 90 and that's 45 degrees. Right? Good?
Yeah.
Now you would want to make it a little bit high, but that might be too much for the canine. Naintindihan nyo? Gagawa pa ako ng isang maliit. Ha? Gawa ako ng maliit. Dito sa maliit na to.
Yes.
Kaya lang baka maiksi na. Sige na.
Masakit na yun.
Yan, whenever you try to squish, nag-overlap, right? So you keep on bringing it back until may squish nyo na nakakiss na siya all together, right? Yan na. And then this is where I'm talking about, di ba? You bend 45 and then 2 millimeter, Dr. Leia, right? 2 millimeter away from the stopper, you'll have your nick, diba? And then that's where you would be doing your helix. Yeah. Tapos, you get the 45 degree. Ito na ngayon ang problema natin to create the attachment hook. Maiksi na kasi masyado. Right? So, pag maiksi na, you just bend this down. Bend this down. Tapos kukuha kayo ng tweed loop plier. May akin na yung tweed loop. Tweed loop na lang. Yan. Pwede naman tayo maiiksi eh. Diba? Meron pa din namang flexibility yan. Right? Use your tweed loop. Diba? Oh, tapos squish. Yan na. Tweed loop ulit. Pahirapan daw ba ako? Sige. Yan. Tapos pause. Ha? Kita?
Yes, so baka agad putulin ang wire na daw.
Yes. Saka wag magtipid sa wire. Yan, tignan nyo. Wala na akong masyadong attachment hook. Yan. Yan. And then you just cut it through. Yan. Good? Yan. Yan na. Maiksi. So, ang mangyayari dyan, nasa ano ka? Nasa 4A, 3A, di ba? To
Mas
babagsak.
malapit.
Mas malapit. Then, the leverage is too little. It might not be able to create the power because the leverage arm is the one that transmit the force to the wire. Right? Ganyan nangyayari when we buy the Australian wire in the round form. Ang iiksi. So, you hardly see the rotations there because of the limitations of the leverage arm power. Naiintindihan niyo ako? Good na? Ayos na tayo dyan, mga ma'am. O ayan, that's how it will look like. Ha? Ulit tayo sa parts, di ba? You get your stopper here. You get your retentive arm here. Ano yung wire na yon? That's the nick. N-I-C-K. Nick. And then you have your helix, the leverage arm, and the attachment hook. Naiintindihan? Good tayo dyan. Now, paano mangyayari yan? Pag binaliktad ko to, for the left, pero dapat yung attachment hook dun patalikod. Right? Naintindihan nyo na yan? So, yan ang gagawin natin ngayon, left and right. No? Good tayo dyan. Okay, meron pang isang uprighting spring for the molar. Right? When do we upright a molar? Do we upright the first molar? Di ba? Hindi naman. Ha? What do we upright? The second molar. Why? Because of mesial migration of the molar. Sometimes patients would have a mutilated occlusion. Alam niyo ba yung mutilated occlusion? Class 1 type 5. What is a class 1 type 5? Mesial drifting of the second molar due to the early loss of the first. Somehow, it's so frustrating that it doesn't only mesially drift, but it's also mesially tilt. Mesial tilting. Why did they call it mutilated occlusion? Because the patient has a coinciding temporomandibular joint dysfunction as a result of a sudden drop of the vertical dimension of the patient. Why do you want to upright the molar? Because most TMJ doctors would ask you, nabunutan ka ba ng first molar, kaya ka nagkaroon ng TMJ issue? And what is their considerations now? Even if you've lost your first molar, you could upright the second molar so that they could restore the vertical dimension of the patient. You've been trying everything, your best to upright your molar. You use your nitinol, you use your nitinol 16/22, still it didn't work. Therefore, there should be a much more powerful method of molar uprighting in the form of an uprighting springs for molar. Now, suddenly the molar will be solitary. Pagiging solitary siya, mawawala siya sa wire. Diba? Hindi na siya kasama dun sa main arch wire. The main arch wire will suddenly be cut. No? Mapuputol. Right? So, what am I supposed to do? If this is your lower central, this is your lower lateral, this is your canine, your first and second premolar, and your first molar is gone. And this is supposed to be your second molar. Isn't it right? So you have your bracket here, then you have your NMAS here. You have your bracket here, you have your bracket here, you have your bracket here, you have your NMAS here. Right? And you got your buccal tube here. Right? Most of the time, the considerations would be, parang gusto kong molar band kaysa sa buccal tube. Then it's gonna be all up to you. Whether it's a buccal tube or a molar, it doesn't really make any difference because your main consideration and your goal is to really upright. But the only thing that makes it very sad for you is when the buccal tube starts to detach as a result of the power of your uprighting contraptions. So what am I supposed to do next? This is the occlusal, this is the occlusal, this is the occlusal, occlusal, and occlusal. And here's the bracket, 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 bracket. You will cut the wire. Hindi na kasama yan. Yung wire dun sa buccal tube, you will have to cut until such time that you will see that the wire would be cut up to this portion at nakasinge. Naiintindihan ba? Nakasinge na. And then you now bend your uprighting spring for your molar. The uprighting spring goes this way. Ganyan na itsura niyan. Ganyan. Merong helix. And then there's also an attachment hook. Like that. Naiintindihan ba ho? Natin yan. Mga sir and mom.
Yes.
Okay. So, ano gagamitin natin? Again, 16 by 22. If you like to use 16 by 16, it's alright. It's good as well. But I would feel that the power would be more to a thicker wire rather than a smaller wire. But in the studies that they've made in the tensile strength, the edge strength, tensile strength, and the compressive strengths of all these wires, they are not as different as it can be. So they were saying that it's almost the same because they are all edgewise wire. Okay, pag sinabi natin edgewise wire, it could either be square or rectangular wire. Naiintindihan ba? Let's say, for example, the molar is lost. Tanggal to. Tanggal kunyari ito. Ito. Pero parang gusto ko mag-demo sa left. Pero ayaw niya magpabunot.
Surgery nito.
Surgery niyo nga ito. Ano ba to? Ayaw niya pa magpabunot. Sige na nga, naka-ankylose. Ito na lang. Lower na lang. Lower. Ito na lang. Good. And let's just pretend that the second molar is mesially tilted. Do you get the idea? So what I'm going to do now is to do, okay, insert it here. Insert niyo yan dyan, right? And there should be something like, an extrusions of the wire there, right? And then you might want to bend na lang. Diba? If mark pa ba? Huwag na i-mark. Diba? Diretso na lang na mag-bend downward. You bend downward, right? In a 90 degree. So, mangyayari dyan, papasok niya ngayon yan. Right? Insert. Klaro ba? Good. Pahamak to, merong may pad. Dito ka. Pag hindi ka lumabas dyan. Ewan ko na lang. Kawawa naman, may nalang yung anti-food doon. Tatanggal dati to eh. Hindi nga. Oh, hindi pa ako kumakain. Okay. So, what's next? Ganyan siya. Second groove. Right? You do the second groove. Klaro. Second groove again. Clear? Sis, ang nipis ng wire, di ba? Nagro-roll up siya dun sa pinaka-groove. Na? Clear? Okay? I have to bend 45 degrees. Nakita ba ninyo? 45 degrees. And then there's already the grasping angle. What is that 45 degree? No? Ginagawa muna namin, hindi 45 pala, sorry, 90 pala. 90. Ganyan. With that angle, diyan tayo gagawa ngayon ng helix. Yan. Ganyan itsura niya. Ganyan. Good? Right? O, dito natin lagay. Dito ko na ganyan. Ganyan siya. Yan. Kunyari na lang walang walang first. Ganyan siya. Right? O, saan natin nga ilalagay? Dito in between. Right? Okay, I will have to mark 5A. I'm sorry, 4A. 4A. I have to mark the 4A. Yan. Good? And then what I'm gonna do is to mark and bend 90 degrees upward. Ayan siya. Kuta nyo na? Good? Clear? Di ba humaba na to? Hindi na siya ngayon first groove. Third groove na siya. Di ba? Kasi first groove tayo nang binad natin yung 90 eh. nagdagdag tayo ng helix, kaya naging 1 1/2 na yon. Magiging third na yan, hahaba na. Pag nilagay niyo sa second groove, hindi sila pantay. Naiintindihan? So, na gagawin ko, third groove, ganito na ngayon ang pagka-grasp yan. Ganyan. Ha? Ganyan. Parallel. Okay? And then, I have to bend a little bit. Yan. 45. And then, hook. Good? And then, klaro tayo dyan. Good. Diba? Pag may wire yan, nakasabit siya dun sa wire. Yan. Ganon. Naintindihan? Tapos, i-crimp nyo para magdikit sila, magsara. Diba? If this is the side view, ganyan yan, diba? Right? Pag nandito na yung wire sa gitna, ipitin na ninyo. Good na yan. So, let's try to look at how this would work. Supposing this is your molar. This is your molar, right? Naka-tilt, di ba? Tilted yan eh. Di ba? And this is the premolar. Clear? Pag pinasok natin yan, anong magiging itsura? Ganyan. Nakaganyan yan, no? Nakaganon. Yan. It's like this. Good? Ganyan yan. When we release, it uprights. When we release it uprights. Release it uprights. Naiintindihan niyo ba ako? Malinaw tayo dyan? Doktor? Okay. Kaya kailangan, once you engage, yan, i-engage mo yan eh. Tapos, magugulat ka na lang, nag-upright na. Kasi, naayos mo na. Good? Hawakan.
So how about yung bakal? Yung talagang ito siya. Ito yung apple. Binabatungan siya. Andyan siya.
You need to put a bite racer first. Because the pressure coming from the occlusion will be the one that causes the molar not to move. But if you would be using this, I think, mag-work yan. Because during the time of the sleeping period, naka-freeway, then there's no contact. No? Malalaman na lang na hindi na siya makakagat.
Paano?
Kasi ano ba yung problema mo?
Di ba, Dok, ganyan yung ginagawa natin?
May shiver
Usually,
siya.
sa kanya, lingual.
Ay, you need to do a crisscross elastic.
Pero Dok, ano siya? Ito yung kabait niya.
Kaya nga po, kailangan mo ng bite tracer muna because it's not good. You're talking about buccal crossbite. Pag sinabing buccal crossbite, ito yan eh. Diba? Ganyan, tapos nakaganyan yung upper niya. You need to raise the vertical dimension on the other side. Or else, sobrang mahirap gawin yan. So, kahit nasabihin mo maglalagay ka ng lingual button dito, saka button dito, an elastics might not be enough. You need to disocclude. Disocclusion would be that you might want to put an anterior guiding plane. No? An anterior guiding plane so that you could raise the vertical.
Yun lang ang nakagawa.
Oh, kailangan mo din talagang i-temporary raise. Because if you don't do that, it will never happen. The force of occlusions will be very difficult for the lower molars to upright, even if you get the biggest and the heaviest rubber. Right? Na, tapos magto-toe out ka pa doon. Pag sinabing toe out, you have to control your wire. Toe out. Pag sinabi, alam niyo ba yung toe out? No? Hindi nakaka-coordinate yung wire mo. Yung wire mo, mas malapad dito on one side. Diba? Ganyan. Toe out. Ganyan mo. Right. Ang toe in, di ba? Ganon. Toe in. Para mag-lingualize. Right? Ito toe out ka. Out. Yan. Para lumabas. Ayos tayo dyan. Dr. Noy, questions? O ba't nangingiti-ngiti dyan? Ha? Ba't nakangiti? Ay, may magtatanong si Dr. Ian. Sabi niya?
Nanonood daw din sa cellphone.
Aha. Good na ba? Maayos?
Pwede yan, Dok, sa upper. Or lower lang.
Lower lang because we seldom see mesially tilted molars in the upper. The only reason why the molar in the lower tilts mesially is because of the compactness of the bone. For the upper, you have a spongy bone, therefore, there's too much vascularity and it will allow the molar to go along the vascularity there. But for the bottom, the bones are too much compact. They have less marrow. They're more of a trabeculae. Kaya nagtitilt lang sila. Hindi sila nagmi-mesial migrate. Naintindihan niyo yan? Okay? Dr. Lahera.
Yung sa upper sabi niyo yung wire na sa uprating 16 by 16.
Yes, pag may
Pwede
nabili
din
kang
bang
14 by
16
14.
Ay bawal mag 16, 20.
Pwedeng 16 by 20. Ito ang question din is, yung thickness of the 1622, kaya bang i-accommodate when you make a small loop? Yung mini loop mo, pag kinampas mo ba, kasya pa dun sa dalawang sa inter bracket wings. Diba ito, oh? Diba ito yung bracket mo? Diba? Diba naglagay ka ng 1622? Pag pinagdikit mo ba yan, kasya yan dito? Baka hindi kumasya. Kailangan mapanipis mo siya para ma-accommodate sila dito sa gitna. Unless you make use of a wide bracket. And the wide bracket
Right
make
line. Sinasabi
be
yung
good
space.
to accommodate this one.
Mm-mm.
Naiintindihan mo yan? Yes po.
Hihilahin siya pala nun.
Questions? Dr. Myrtle. Dr. Ian, ikaw, question. How about the ladies here, Dr. Aguado? Dr. Daniel, ikaw. Dr. Aldesari, questions? Wala na? Dr. Mariel, question? Good? Alright? Now, another thing that I would like to emphasize would be, gusto nga natin ng 16 by 22 na kapag pasok tayo ng 16 by 22. But the springiness of the wire might not be as good as a wire that 16 by 16 or 14 by 14 would do. There's already rigid wires, but I think because of the helices there, that could still do work, huh? But then, if you don't have any other options, well, yun na lang ang wire na natitira mo. Sige na, tirahin mo na yan. Manatan mo na. Para hindi naman umuwi yung pasyente ng luhaan. Di ba? Okay? Doc, ikaw? Dr. Lima, questions? Maganda yung box si Dr. Lima.
Bagay.
Maganda. Ngayon, ang kailangan dyan, tandaan mo, August, di ba? August is a ghost month. Sa ghost month, we have to be extra careful. Ang bangs dapat nakapungsoy. 8 lang. 8. Pag sobra sa 8, bad feng shui.